I've often been asked by people whether Catholics are allowed to believe in the Big Bang theory. I think if you could have asked the question to the scientist who founded the theory, he might have thought it was an odd question, because Fr Georges Lemaitre, apart from being a physicist and an astronomer, was also a Catholic priest. Back in 1927, Fr Lemaitre proposed a theory which solved Einstein's equations and predicted an expanding universe. Today, Fr Lemaitre is honoured with his very own Google Doodle, marking the anniversary of his birth. But more than anything, I think his life is a testament to why we need both science and religion. Science is great, but we often talk about science very unscientifically. Science is a great tool for observation and careful measurement of the cosmos. But when it comes to interpreting the data that science gives us, we actually use different tools. So when you're trying to see how the data comes together to form a coherent picture, we actually need other kinds of reasoning, like philosophy, and even eventually theology. The point is that what we think and believe shapes and interprets how we view the data, for good or for bad. Take the Soviet Union, for example, the world's first atheistic state, and actually condemned Lemaitre's theory because in their minds it would have been seen to encourage religion. Of course, on the other hand, there have obviously been religious people who've been overly superstitious. Generally speaking, history seems to show that the Christian worldview is quite helpful when it comes to interpreting the data. Scientists like Fr Lemaitre show how operating out of a Christian worldview offers a firm foundation for scientific inquiry. Why? So I think if you take for granted the underlying intelligibility, the order in the universe and in what you're looking at, it's quite helpful. I mean, we all bring our own baggage to the game of interpretation. But it seems that Christian baggage provides surprisingly useful underlying assumptions that actually help with the flourishing of science. And this is why even fierce atheists like Friedrich Nietzsche have acknowledged how historically Christianity has helped the growth and the flourishing of science. The Church has always been a generous patron to the sciences, and even in his own lifetime, Fr Georges Lemaitre was made head of the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, was celebrated. Now, this doesn't mean we mix science and religion, but at least we see how it's less of a story of conflict and more of a story of complementarity. How these tools can and should work together to help us in our job of making sense of the universe and our place in it.